Hi there everyone, it's me here again, Jimmy64. Today I'm gonna do another review on another Dreamcast game, of course, racing. So, what game are we looking at today? Well, you've probably read the title by now. We are doing Sega GT for the Sega Dreamcast. Released back in, 2000 for the Dreamcast and a year later for Windows PC. Also having a sequel called Sega GT 2002 for the OG Xbox, but we'll be focusing on Sega GT 1. So what is Sega GT1? Well, let's go over it. So this game was basically made by WoW Entertainment, developers WoW Entertainment or Tozy or something, don't know the name. And of course this game was published by Sega. However, depending on where you lived in the world, basically the Dreamcast version of course was published by Sega. However, if you lived in other countries like in the Windows PC version, the actually let's see, the national version was mostly published by Activision Value. The Japanese version, of course, was also published by Sega. So, yeah. Now, what makes this game special? Well, according to most, this is actually mostly meant to be a Gran Turismo clone for the Sega Dreamcast. Now, the other question is this any good? Well, we are about to find out. If you like these type of videos I make, just consider on liking, subscribing, and let's get into this review. So, I've now gone a few about history of basically the developers of these games. So, let's go over this. This game, in terms of gameplay, it has mini race, single race, championships, dual races, time attack, and much more. Well, time attack, of course, is you have to beat the lap in the most fastest time. You can even get a license, which some races will require you to use a license. To get a license, you need to beat at least a track in the fastest time, or in this case, the qualified time. So yeah. And remember, every time you rank up, you also unlock brand new cars that have better classes like B class, A class, or any other type of class. So yeah. Now the cars in this game are of course licensed. They are official licensed vehicles. Although the tracks are not really, although this does actually technically sponsor real life brands, your usuals. There was actually one of the first races you do is actually McDonald's, one a McDonald's open race. So yeah, now, also, you can also save your game, but the only problem is I don't think this game really has an auto save, so you're gonna have to manually save after a race. So yeah, just keep in mind of that. And yeah, now also I'm gonna now also go into the handling. The handling isn't necessarily bad. It's mostly good for the most part. Well, it also does kind of remind me as if I was playing a PlayStation 1 racing game like Need for Speed High Stakes, Vanishing Point, or even Gran Turismo 1. But overall, the handling is still good on this game. It's just a bit too arcadey or bouncy, but overall, it's still good. Also, there are sports cars in those games like Dodge and the Dodge Viper. Many other cars you can actually get, and you can also buy vehicles in this game. There's also used vehicles you can also buy, which at the start of the game, you basically need to buy yourself a car, which you'd mostly go for the used vehicles since those are the cheapest ones actually. So, yeah, it's very interesting actually. So, now is the environment. The environment is not bad, it's just decent. The resolution is not bad for this game. Of course, I was running it on a Sega Dreamcast emulator, as you can see there in the little corner. Also, mostly this game does not perform bad on the emulator. It's mostly, just a decent one for the most time. The graphics do not look necessarily bad. They're actually quite good. Although it does kind of remind me of Vanishing Point, but not really for the PS1 more specific. But yeah, this game here is actually quite good. Now, in terms of rankings, IGN gave this game a 9 out of 10. Actually, I'm not really gonna read them out, so I'll just show them here on screen. Just pause if you wanna read. I'll just be showing them here on screen. But anyways, yeah, there's nothing I could possibly say. Now, is this game worth revisiting? Also, pretty much the reviews also said this was a favorable game. Now, let's see. If you want a Sega Dreamcast Gran Turismo clone, I would highly recommend this game. So yeah, it's a good Sega Dreamcast game if you actually want to get it. Just consider on like subscribing, and yeah, that's all I could say. This is a pretty good game, and if you want a good Sega, Gran Turismo alternative, just make sure to get this game. And yeah, it's pretty good actually. So make sure that considering on like subscribing, and maybe I'll still keep posting videos more like this. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and goodbye.